Welcome to Words That Change Lives. I am Helen Packham, and I'm on a mission to help you harness the power of your words to change lives for the better. If you haven't followed the podcast, please do click follow. Reviews always go a long way. I really appreciate it. And now, just over a year into this podcasting journey, and I'm absolutely loving every minute of this process. I love talking about all the topics I'm talking about. And today is a little bit different because I am going to be reviewing something that is really important if you are a coach. If you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're someone that runs a service-based business in any way, shape, or form, when was the last time that you had a look at your coaching packages? When was the last time you looked at what you offer and had a reevaluation and a rejig and maybe changed your pricing? Because I think for a lot of people, myself included, I had coaching packages that were exactly the same for such a long period of time. Same price, same format. And when you are someone who runs a business, you are constantly evolving. It's really, really key to be evolving your services at the same time, as well as evolving your messaging, evolving your keynotes, evolving your story. So this short episode is designed to help you think about how you can do this, because I'm going to share how I've recently done it. And it all starts with me really taking stock of where I want my business to go, what I want to be doing in the future, how I want to be serving people, and really having like a refresh and a re-strategization of that. And in order to do that, I had to go back, I had to look at my story again, which I have recently changed. So, that's okay. But I had to look at the story. I had to look at where I wanted to be in the next 5 years, and in terms of my corporate work and my consumer work. So working with my one-to-one clients and my group program clients, and also working with people within the corporate world. And then I had to look at the audience, the ideal client audience, and start to think about that in terms of who am I really ideally helping now? Now that I am where I am in my business, I'm doing what I'm doing. I have kind of evolved in what I really enjoy helping people with. And that's going to change as well as you go along. What you used to really enjoy helping people with is not necessarily going to be the same. And we want to always be living in our joy, right? We always want to be working in the area that gives us the most sense of joy, the most sense of satisfaction. And in turn, then we can give the most support and enable the most transformation in our clients. And like me, you may be someone who does work in the corporate world. So you've got corporate clients and you've got private clients. So that's absolutely fine. I have evolved a whole load of offerings for corporate, which I will talk about soon, but I'm talking about consumer. I'm talking about those clients that fund themselves, that pay for their own coaching, their own development, their own investment through their businesses, through their small businesses, through their consultancies, whatever it might be. Maybe it might be a small to medium sized company. You might have a number of employees, but you're going to have a service that you offer. You're going to have a way you take your client from A to B. A being what I refer to as their underworld. So when they start working with you, they are in the underworld. They are experiencing some type of challenge or issue or problem that you can help to transform. So underworld is, what they're hearing, seeing, feeling, doing in that murky place. And then the utopia on the other side is, what are they seeing, hearing, feeling, doing differently over here after you finish working with them? And then the thing that bridges these two together is the golden path. And the golden path is your expertise, your tools, your methods, your approaches, your way of delivering that service, your way of working with your clients so that they can achieve their transformation, that they can, whatever it is that you are helping them to achieve. And this could be absolutely anything, whether you're in the well-being industry, whether you're a mindset, whether you are in leadership, whether you are in visibility, and that applies no matter what. Now, I'd imagine if you're listening to this, you will have probably done that exercise at some point, but when was the last time you did that? So recently I revisited it, and I'm going to share step by step what I did recently to recalibrate my coaching packages, and I'm going to share what they are because I'm very excited about them. The first thing I did was I got back in touch with my old friend Helen. If you don't know who Helen is, go look her up. And she's fantastic. She has just completely redone her business, and she is focusing on ideal client attraction. She's always focused on ideal client attraction, but she was very much focused on LinkedIn previously. Got in touch with Helen, had a session with her, highly recommend. And we really reworked the ideal client. And for me, it was interesting to see how much the ideal client had changed. This person, this ideal person that I work with these clients, right? But when you're creating that avatar, as it were, it is your most ideal client, and it is not any one person that you've worked with. It's a special person, and you really work through absolutely everything about this person and what they've experienced and what they're feeling and what they're doing. And as I was working through this, I really started to dig into where my ideal client is in their success and how they're feeling and personality traits. And one thing that really came out was this sort of low-level anxiety of always got to keep moving, always got to keep going, and this sort of sense of FOMO, giving yourself FOMO, that you're just creating. So it's that feeling of not keeping up, not going fast enough, not being up to date enough. And of course, I can relate that to myself. But I really tapped into that with my ideal client because of their drive and their want to make a real difference in the world through their services, of course, but more importantly, in terms of the context of my work with them, through their messaging, through how they're showing up, how they're telling their story, how they are being known as a thought leader, how they're communicating their thought leadership, how they are operating in terms of keynote talks, TEDx talks, how they're writing their books, how they're delivering leadership programs and corporate programs, as well as working in the consumer world. And of course, that's one ideal client. Not everybody I work with will be working in the corporate world, but a lot of people will be wanting to break into the corporate world because I do operate in that area. And I know what corporate decision makers are looking for, especially in terms of speaking. And that's my chocolate room strategy. And that's a whole other episode. But I really dug into Bridget. And Bridget is my ideal client avatar. And I really understood where she was at and her feelings and her thoughts and the 3 a.m. problems. And that was such a fantastic exercise, because from there, what I was able to do was recalibrate, rejig. And actually, I just completely overhauled my coaching packages completely. So I just started again, really. And I came up with 3 packages, which I will share with you in a moment. But before I do that, I want to talk about the process that I followed. So the first thing that I did was I projected forward and started with my vision. So the vision was really much a lot about, what do I want this year to feel like? And who do I want to work with? What problems am I excited to solve? And what results do I want my clients to walk away with? That looked like empowering business owners to really step into their thought leadership, to really create offers and deliver keynote talks, TEDx talks, write their book, deliver their programs, all in alignment with where they are right now. So that was where I started. And I've explained a little bit about that. And then after having that session with Helen, I mapped out the journey of this ideal client. Where are they starting? What challenges? Where are they in their underworld? Where are they in their utopia? And this then helped me formulate, how do they best want to learn? How do they best want to work with me? Do they want to meet me? Do they want to have online coaching? Do they want to do it all in one go? And so that sort of stuff really starts to come out. And this is where I came up with my 3 offers, because previous to this, I was mainly working with 2 offers. There was an intensive, or there was this sort of intensive concertinaed out. I did have a 6-month package, but it wasn't clear in my mind what that package was. And I have had people come through on the 6th month, and I want more people. I want to work with more people on the 6th month because it's a really great container of time. Some people just want quick wins. Some people want deeper strategic work. Other people, and I've still got a few clients that started with 6 months and we're still working together, 2 years later. So for me, it was okay, what works best with my life, and also what works best for them and their transformation. So with all of that in mind, I came up with this 3-tiered approach. So because not every client is ready for the same level of work, I design them with that in mind. So I've got a 1-month program, and that is focused on quick wins. I've got a 3-month program for deeper strategic work, and I've got a 6-month experience for full transformation. And I am going to break that down in terms of what that actually looks like. So the 1-month program I've called the Ideas Catalyst. And the reason why I called it that is because someone might come to me with one specific idea or goal that they want to bring to life, such as crafting their core story, or developing their expert method, or creating a visibility strategy. And so a 1-month program is really good. And if it's one particular thing you want to work on, we work together over the month. You get 4 hours of one-to-one coaching over that month, and you've got me as your coach in the pocket. So that's WhatsApp support in real-time feedback, iteration and guidance throughout that time. You get access to one of my signature courses to accelerate the process. I've built some amazing custom AI tools to support this process, and I've got a number of them now, which I'm very excited about, and I'm building more. And what we do at the beginning of this Idea Catalyst experience is we create an assessment. So you've got 2 assessments that you would complete. One is around how you approach your personality and how you show up, and another one is around what's important in terms of authority, impact, and reach. So that is my Ideas Catalyst. And then the 3-month program is my Impact Architect. Oh, and by the way, I went on Adobe Firefly. I've got some amazing images created based on the input that I gave for these 3 packages. So that's something that's really cool to do as well. The 3-month program, the Impact Architect, is for clients ready to work on a significant project or idea that requires a bigger picture approach, such as crafting a signature keynote talk, designing a strategic framework, positioning themselves for high-level opportunities. It's for a deeper body of work that has strategy around it. So, for example, if you want to develop a signature keynote talk, it wouldn't just be practicing delivering writing, which of course would be part of it. It would be, what's the strategy around that? Where are we going to share this? How are you going to pitch for gigs? How are you going to put yourself out there? How are you going to develop thought leadership around your signature keynote talk? So that would be the 3-month. So you get 8 hours of one-to-one coaching within that time. You get the coach in the pocket. You get access to 2 of my courses. We use the custom AI tools, and then you complete the assessments as well. So I'm loving that one. I do work with clients in that capacity, but it's been different. It's been a different kind of setup. And then my 6-month experience is called the Thought Leader Engine Room. I love it. And this one is for clients who want a comprehensive thought leadership strategy encompassing their business offers, their communication, and their visibility all in one. And it supports their journey toward becoming a recognized authority. And you get 12 hours of coaching. You get your coach in the pocket. All of my courses are in this one. You get the assessments, but you also get deep dive into your personality and dark side traits. I am a qualified psychometric analyst, so I go into corporate organizations and I use the Hogan suite to conduct personality assessments and give feedback. That's included in this experience, as well as a 360 if you wanted to get a view from team members or clients or audience members as to how you are showing up. You also get with this one a VIP in-person strategy day at Soho House in Brighton. And that just really brings together everything we do. You also get time to practice with me for any talks you want to deliver in person, and I can film it as well. And you get access to my corporate network for visibility opportunities, including things like corporate talks, TEDx talks, and things like that. So I'm really excited about how that's come together. And it's how you're infusing your expertise in these. So hopefully you can see like how I've infused my expertise in these packages. And it's a question to you is how can you do that? So I'm sort of using my AIR assessment, my influence assessment, my AI tools, my Hogan, and all of those things. So what would that look like for you? Take 30 minutes today to dream up your ideal coaching packages. What would that look like? How would it serve your clients? And if you're feeling stuck, I'd love to help. Get in touch. And if you're interested in any of my packages, I'd love to help. Get in touch. All you have to do is click the link in the show notes to book a call with me, or email me hello@helenpackham.com, and I'd love to, one, find out how you're evolving your coaching packages, and two, find out how I can support you through mine. That's it for today. I'm excited to connect with you over this. Do get in touch, and I will speak to you next time.